Good morning and welcome to A-1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Tuesday, September 9th. Do you feel completely unprepared to start the week?
I don't like jumping out of bed.
Today started, I think the dogs just let us sleep later
Which
and
they never let us do.
and I literally got up, went downstairs, kind of started my normal process of like making the coffees, was drinking coffee, and like looked at the time and I was like, it's 8:30.
Yes.
I like ran upstairs. I yelled, it's 8:30 to Jeannie. Jeannie immediately was like, why are you waking me up so late? I don't like it when you wake me up fast.
I wanna drink that right now.
Right, but I
gonna
always
drink
move it
it.
over there because when it's here, it gets knocked over like
But
it
I
did
wanna
last
drink
week.
it right now. I was unproductive. I like to go home and be immediately productive. And then I was unproductive. May I have a sip of that coffee? I was unproductive.
Because you're gonna start moving and doing stuff.
No, I need that.
And
I'm
then
just
it-
gonna hold it in my
and then
hand.
it becomes.
I'm gonna hold it in my hand and then I'll pass it to you. Baba. I need my Baba this morning. Oh, I needed this reminder. Thank you. So, I put this sticker up here to remind me. So I wanted to be immediately productive when we closed on Saturday, but then we had dinner with good friends, right?
And then we just
And then
sauna'd and
I
chilled.
did. I sauna'd, and then I was like, I'm not doing anything. And then Saturday or
That was
Sunday, I did something I haven't done since before the pandemic, and I went thrifting because I see all these people repurposing, and I was like, I want to repurpose, but I couldn't find anything good to repurpose. So, but what shocked me was, if any of you are thrifters, I haven't gone thrifting. It's probably been, 5 years, 6 years. I couldn't believe how expensive I was like, wait a minute, am I in a thrift store? Why is this so expensive? But I guess that's just where it is now, right? So, but I haven't done that, like I said, in like before the pandemic. Even before then, since we've had the store, like I really don't go thrifting. And yeah, I had a little bit of sticker shock, and then I found one thing which I was like, why are you buying this? This is not your size. But it was the fabric. I bought this dress where I tell myself, right, it's going to go on the shelf with good intentions. I was like, I'm going to make this fit me because the fabric was so beautiful. It was vintage. It was like an old caftan like dress, and I'm going to make it into something I can wear. Did you find anything great? No, that was the problem. I didn't find anything great, but I found, that dress it would have been great if it fit me. So it was very good. Let's just call it very good. Then I got home and then I started working. Work. I kept working. So I did get some stuff done. Number one.
That was a weird day for you though, because it started late.
Yeah, Patrick's like, you want to do this? I was like, yeah. And we went for like a beautiful hike with the dogs. He's like, you want a sauna? I was like, yeah. You want to have lunch? Yeah. I pretended like I was just
like we had a normal life.
Like I had a normal life where I can just do whatever I want to do. Did you look at they didn't have it. That's what I went to look for. And they didn't have anything. Like I found one really beautiful hand embroidered pillowcase, and I was like, oh, I could just cut the top off and slip it over and make it into a skirt. And then I was like, forget it. I'd have to line it, and maybe it wouldn't be comfy if I wanted to lunge in the store, which I often like to do.
You like to do like lunges.
Yeah. So I did do my pre-class prep for, this is for Friday. So if you are doing Welcome Friends with me, and I had somebody that wasn't getting their kit, so I have one kit up there. So you can buy it right now. Go to the site right now. You can buy the Welcome Friends kit. I have 3 people I owe patterns to. I have 2 extra patterns that should be here today. And then I have more coming. So don't worry, I can get you your stuff. For class though, you need to have all of your goodies pre-cut. This is what you have some work to do. So if you are stitching with me on Friday, and what we are doing is we're making this. This is our beloved Welcome Friends wall hanging. Looks like this. You have to have your sleeve done. So your sleeve has to be trimmed and then sewn on the sides. This needs to be done. Okay? And I did the video. I posted the video. That is all up there. The other thing you need to have done, you need to have, this is your background fabric that you got in your kit. Don't cut it down. Leave it big. We're going to hoop the whole thing, and it should have shape flex on the back. SF101 fusible woven. Hooping the whole thing is going to assure us that we're not going to have puckers. So leave the whole piece. You should have gotten a piece that was 13 by 22. I didn't even cut mine down. So the whole thing, you need to have that left. Your binding strip needs to be done. I mean, I was like, my binding strip, I pieced, like, and it's not even pieced straight because it was the very last piece of fabric, because I was trying to make as many kits as I could because, you know, we didn't have any more fabric. So this needs to be done. You're not going to have time in class to do it. And then everything else should be cut to size. So this has my little 1-inch strip, my thermalan, my front and back piece, or my top and bottom, and my back piece. And mine has a different fabric in it because, again, we were trying to squeeze as many kits out because there were so many people who were like, I want that kit. Well, I did my best for you. So I tried to squeeze it out. So, and then the last thing that needs to be done is you need to have your embellishments. And I'm not even going to press mine because I like the organic look of these being a little crinkly. These need to be stitched, your flowers and your leaves. Done. And that's it. That's it. That's all you have to have ready. And then we're going to be stitching out, because that way, we're just going to be stitching and then sewing it together. All right. And I found another piece of fabric, so I might be able to squeeze out. I call it an abbreviated, abridged kit, where you're going to have like the stuff for the front. You're going to have to do a different backing and the stuff for the binding. So I might be able to squeeze one more. It's like so pretty. And the hold up on the Christmas one is I have been like, I can't decide what color strip to do, and I can't decide what color thread to use. I've been going back and forth. Dan even stitched me a bunch of samples, and I'm still like, anyhow. Do this. This took me, it probably took like 2 hours because I was doing the flowers too. So it took me probably at least 2 hours.
So,
and I scanned a cut. I filmed the whole thing. I posted it. It's up there.
Your 10 needle has been like the flipping machine lately, huh?
My 10 needle? You know, my 10 needle, I use my 10 needle in bursts. But when I'm using it, I'm like, it is running like 24 hours a day.
No, but it's just impressive. Are you pointing at your coffee?
What?
So yeah, because your 10 needle's been just humming. And I feel like there hasn't been a lot, like sometimes we'll call them misfires, right? Where you start the 10 needle and like 5 minutes in, it stops running. Like it seems like you've come to dinner and then after dinner, it's still running.
Yeah, we were having dinner with Patrick's mom last night, and I was like, I'll be right back. And I would go downstairs and like throw my fabric on and then run upstairs, and then it would do a bunch of steps for me. And I know they're pricey, but if you've thought about getting one, get one. And I know also that, I know when I got my 10 needle, there was barely any, well, I got mine back in, what, 2005? 2007, 2008. I bought my first multi-needle. I bought a 6 needle and I bought it used. And I really taught myself how to use it on my own. I didn't get any classes. There was nothing really online at that time. And so I have been trying to do a lot of content online where I can show you just like things that would have been helpful, like how do I put on this hoop? How do I I'm going to do another maintenance video. And the maintenance I do is the bare minimums, which is oiling the needle bars and changing out the needles. And I do that every 40 to 50 hours is when I'll change my needles.
Does it give you a reminder? Is yours set up to give you reminders?
You can do that?
I think you can do it in settings.
I don't think so.
No, I'm sure you can. Because I think your maintenance setting is at 1,500 hours. And they were like, for your customers, you should set it.
There's no settings for that.
No,
I've been in the setting. Okay, show me.
Like it might be in diagnostics.
Diagnostics is not something the common layperson can get into.
So let's just keep things moving because it's going to be busy.
So let's put that to the side. And then the other thing, so Patrick was talking about my machine humming. I spent all yesterday doing my video, and it took me a long time to do it, but I did my video on how I prepped my pumpkins. So the pumpkins are, I thought I brought the pumpkin over. No? Where is it?
Is that a pumpkin?
Nah, that is a pumpkin, but where's my pumpkin? Okay. I started stitching, and I will show you what I accomplished. But last year, I was in Ulta. Can you walk around, look for it's my freestanding orange pumpkin with the quilt on it? Last year, I did an Ulta. Wait, here, let me grab this. Last year, I didn't do any freestanding lace. And my issue was I couldn't wrap my head around all the product. And I was like, and the process, I was like, what? I have to print this, and I have to cut it out, and then I have to iron it on here, and I have to cut it out. It seemed so complicated to me. And I just was like,
She was thinking there must be a better way.
Well, not that there's a better way, but I just, like, honestly, it just was like, I just couldn't wrap my head around it. It was just too much. And it just seemed like, oh my God, I have to use so much product, and oh my God, this is going to take so long. So I have been stitching these out on my multi-needle, so hopefully I'll have them tomorrow. I tried to set it this morning, and I just didn't have time. Patrick's like, you're going to be ready to walk out the door in 2 minutes? I'm like, yes! But so I was like, okay, this is...
She actually said no. Oh, do I need to move for you?
My bag's over here.
Okay.
Chivalry
Here.
is dead. Chivalry. Okay, so these are the OESD quilt block pumpkins. Aren't they so cute? And for a quilter, like, this is just so sweet. So there's a white one. Here are the pieces. And somebody asked me, does it matter how you layer your product? I always do dissolve away, and then I do badge master on the top. I don't know if there is a way, but that's the way I do it. And then there is this one too. So I will fit as many pieces as I can. I always use my biggest tube, and I fit as many people as I can. Pieces.
7x14, or which
as
tube
many
were you
people.
using?
Did you hear me say I fit as many people as I can? Many pieces. I was using my 8x14, which is the 7 7/8 by 14. And oh my God, it took a long time to do all the cutting and do all of that and lay it out. But what I loved was, if you watch the video, is I was pulling my pieces off of my machine, sending to my Scanica, and then hitting the button where it auto like puts them down. And it's just fantastic because before, when I would do these, I would print out the sheets, I would cut them out, I would take those sheets and arrange them on my fabric, and it's just, there's more upfront work, but I feel like it's efficient and it makes it so you're using the least amount of product, which to me is really important right now because it's also expensive. So and time wise, I feel like time wise, even though it's a lot of time up front, it still feels like it's efficient. So I'm still waiting for more designs. I'm still waiting for thread. If you ordered the Boo Kit, I'm still waiting for OESD to send me, like, I'm still a week, I'm 10 days out from, orders that I've placed where they haven't even shipped them yet. So I am just waiting for stuff, and I'm sorry that it's taking so long for you to get your stuff. But I'm going to do, like, now that I know the process and how much product I need to use and what seems the most efficient, I'm going to do all the freestanding lace this year. Last year was a bust. I didn't do any of it. This year, I'm going to do all of it.
Last year was just, like, we were still mid.
Was I still recovering?
You had, like, a weird fall, and you had a scare, and there was a lot of time.
I had a scare last year, and I thought I was dying, so then I was not motivated to do anything. I was like, I'm dying, so why am I going to do anything? I thought I was
It ruined my fall, too.
I think once you're a cancer survivor,
you have to figure out how to live
especially
post-cancer.
when you're just out from it, you just live in that fear, and as you get further out from it, the less
you
scared
come to terms.
The more you're just like, oh my God, maybe I am through this. But I think initially you just go, am I gonna die? What is that? What is that? Pain! It's back! So that's where I was last fall. And I stopped ordering, and you guys probably didn't know that, but I was like, I like pulled the plug on doing so. I was like, I can't, what am I going to do with all that fabric when it shows up? I'm dying.
Well, the reality was, like, if you were to have to restart treatment, like, there wasn't the bandwidth for it. But, like, it was just a weird fall. It was a weird couple of years.
It was.
So, quick update on the store. We are, we're still short a tech. So, Dax brought back a long.
He's had a medical emergency
from Africa, and I'll hopefully this week get some insight as to what that looks like. Adam's done a great job of keeping us pretty up to date. I feel like we are entering a better time, like parts wise, stuff like that. Like every now and then there's a part that we have to wait for, but like I just ordered a part this morning, and I was like, I wonder if it's going to be on back order, and it's not, which was great. But we remain probably somewhere around 10 days to 2 weeks out on sewing service. Vacuums have been incredibly steady. 3 to 5 days on vacuums is kind of the norm. We are, actively working to keep things moving smoothly. Michelle is off this week. So for those of you that need Michelle, you can drop her an email, but my guess is like she's out of pocket till next week. I haven't gone through and looked at the invoice, but like I think like somewhere in the neighborhood of like 80 to 90% of the brother order has shipped.
Yay.
Like I did look through it. Please leave us alone. Let us get through it. It's over 1,000 products. And so what isn't helpful is if all of a sudden we have everybody going, where is it? I've already begun adding stuff to the register in a way to make our lives easier when we send invoices. And that will be the process for our local ladies. You'll just get a note letting you know that your stuff is here. You can come in, pay for your stuff in the store. For those of you that are out of town, we will invoice when your box is together. And like if it's missing an item or two, you may get an email from us saying, do you want us to ship now or do you want us to hold it? We are, yeah, wait, Margaret says. You know, that is coming. That is going to upend our lives, just to call it what it is, for probably the next 4 weeks. So just, you know, please be patient with us. And as I said, let us reach out to you. That's just going to be easier. And you know, that's just kind of how it goes. And it's funny. I think our local ladies, like I've had a bunch of local ladies after this summer that are like, you're 2 weeks out. 2 weeks out has been our norm for 5 years. It's faster than most shops, at least the shops you want. Yeah, at least the shops at which you want to have your machine serviced. And I think we'd be faster than that. Like if
I mean,
we
we
were
had
at
some
full
times
power,
where we were 2 to 3 months out.
I mean, we had years where we serviced 4,000 machines, and like our average over the 10 years is about 3,000 machines. So the guys are incredibly efficient. We keep the guys motivated and we keep them moving. But you know, the unfortunate reality, like, and Mary's a good example, but like it is common for us to hear that people are 5 to 6 weeks out on service. So, you know, we are aggressive in how we keep our guys going. So, yeah, Marlene's saying 2 months out at local shops in the Central Valley. Like, it's common for me to hear people be like, yeah, the other option for me was a couple of months. So,
we have not been able to get onto the Tacony site. Let me see. So, so Mary Jo said, where are the pumpkin kits? While it was stitching, I was sitting on my couch working on the listing. I promise you, I know it didn't go up this weekend because Patrick was like, you want to do this? I was like, yes. He's like, do you want to go for a walk? Yes. So I was just doing what I wanted to do this weekend, so it didn't go up.
That's not true. You got a lot done and you were productive.
I'm not blaming you.
No. But what I'm saying is you need to have weekends like that. That should be the priority.
So here's the kit. My thread, I don't have the thread for it. So I did do a special thread kit for this, and I'll put everything in my listing so you'll know what colors I used. And of course you can make substitutions. So all the thread's been ordered, and I just need to put it up. So I was working on it yesterday, sitting on the couch, but I was up and down, and I was playing with the dogs and doing stuff. This is something that Karen is going to be doing. These are the fabric markers, and I just got the zippers in, and the kits are so cute, and you'll have an option. So I'll work on this tonight at home because too busy in the store. These are going to be the fabrics that go into the kit.
Yeah, Delaney says you need to say yes to me more often.
No! And you'll have a choice of either the salmon or the mint. That's a choice. There's going to be either you know what happens? I can't decide, and so I create choices. So with the Welcome Friends, the Christmas one, I haven't been able to decide, and that's why you're going to get 4 strips for the little border, because I was like, I can't decide. And I know sometimes what I like you don't like, and what you like I don't like.
When will this go up?
I will put this up tonight. I promise. I will go home and I will put these 2 kits up tonight.
And then are we having any more Spring is in the Air kits?
Oh, there's still people waiting for those. The Spring is in There pastel is scheduled to be here on September 27th, and that's been waiting for. And that's what's sitting behind me. And I am unsure. I ordered 2 bolts, but I'm unsure if I'm going to get both those bolts because, of course, it was so popular. I might get one, and if I get one, just the people that ordered are going to get theirs. If I get 2, then I'll have some extra, and I'll let you know.
So we got to get to work.
No,
So
I'm not done talking.
Let's do the giveaway tomorrow. And I'm going to go put cash in the register and get ready to work because it's Tuesday and it's going to get crazy.
Wait.
I can tell the way that the phone is ringing already.
Wait.
You can keep talking.
No.
But you also need to, tomorrow is Quilt Talk.
Yes.
What's happening with Quilt Talk
Okay,
tomorrow?
let's talk about Quilt Talk. It's like my clown car bag. Okay.
Your Mary Poppins bag.
Tomorrow is Quilt Talk. We took a little hiatus this summer from that. And Gail and Michelle will be here tomorrow. And Quilt Talk, we're going to talk about colors and how to select colors for your quilt. So be here because you want the experts to tell you. You know, I don't know how to pick colors. I'm not. That's why I give you choices. So when I pick, I just do this. And I am all about buying a kit where somebody's already chosen it for
They're
me.
obviously all
Or
about buying
I'm
kits
all
too.
about buying a fat quarter bundle, a collection where everything is all chosen for me and it all goes together because I just don't have time. I remember when I first started buying fabric and I would get the bolts and I would match everything. Nope. So for those of you that like to pick your own but you need some help with that, Gail and Miss Michelle will be here to discuss that. So yes, we'll talk about all the rest of this tomorrow. If you need anything, reach out. I did work on my to-do list to get stuff out to you. And when can we order? Tonight. I'll put it up tonight. And as far as this kit, there was one full kit left. And if you want, I think I can put together maybe one more partial kit. Email me, and whoever I see the email from that'll go to them. Email me, jeannie.a1so@gmail.com. jeannie.a1so@gmail.
Thank you.
a1so@gmail.com. Okay, did we answer all the important stuff? A bit confused on which files to use on the Lori Holt pillow. The files don't show which pillow is which. Email me and I will hook you up with Karen because we are going to be doing that pillow. She is going to be stitching that out. We're going to put a kit together for that.
All right. I got to get to work.
Let me just make sure there's nothing else.
Bye.
You don't forget. Yes, please hit the thumbs up button, not the thumbs down. I buy kits too. Yes. All right. I think that's it. We're going to get to work. Have a great day. Be creative and make something awesome. Oh, I did. You know what? I'll show you tomorrow. But I did get more of these. I have Philtech bobbins in the box. They come in a box of 80. If you're buying the class 15, they come in a box of 100 if you're buying the L bobbins. But if you want to get, this is the dime ones, and I've been using these too because it's been really hard for me to get the Philtech bobbins. And then I haven't been able to get the tubes at all for so long. So I've been getting the Steady Stitch bobbins. I just have them in white, but this is going to come to you with 12. And I think we put them up on sale on the site. They're $11.99 for 12, so $1. It costs the same price to buy the bobbins with no thread on it. Get pre-wound bobbins. It just will make your life so much easier. So I did want to show you that, and we'll show you some other new product